Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our next episode of DMTPTV.
Delivering more than paint.
I am your host, Anthony Lewis, and today I have a special guest with me by the name of Garth Balboa. Any relation to Rocky?
It's Gabe Borboa, and no relation to Rocky.
Okay. Well, Gail, thank you so much for being here. Listen, Debbie says that you grew up in the circus. What was that like? And who's Debbie?
Maybe a bit of miscommunication there. I think Debbie, what she might have meant to say is that I'm doing this interview with a couple of clowns.
Shots fired. Okay.
Debbie is my boss. Debbie Swanson covers the northeast region of the country for Logic, and our coworker John Poole covers the southeast region.
Fantastic. So you would say that we have a plethora of coverage across the United States?
Yes, Owapo, a plethora.
Nice. All right. So listen, Gail, what exactly is invoicing? Tell us about that.
Invoicing is the billing of not included items to your insurance or responsible parties at a body shop so that we get paid for the things we use to fix a car that are not included in your regular material rate.
That's great news. So how do we go about invoicing?
In the Logic platform, we've made it very simple, consistent, fast, efficient. Submitting invoices is as easy as including a line on your sheet or with one of our platforms, uploading them directly to your CCC1 management system.
That is neato. Hey, listen, is there a cost associated with this invoicing platform?
There is a cost. As you know, Logic is free to our customers, but to upgrade to the invoicing capable version of Logic, there are two options. ICS, or Inventory Control System. That is what we call the manual version of invoicing. It can be done, it's efficient, you get paid, a little bit more admin work there. And then our CCC1 Connect version communicates in two directions with CCC1 to download ROs and push invoicing back into your sheet. We're the only ones with that capability at present.
That sounds amazing. Hey, listen, but why should we be invoicing?
There's too many reasons about why we should be invoicing. I'll just put it this way. Not billing for these not included items means you're leaving valuable profit on the table, and shops have done it for far too long. This is their key to growth and success.
So if it don't make money, it don't make sense, right?
That's right.
Absolutely. What about the smaller shops? Can the smaller shops benefit from this invoicing platform?
Absolutely. Smaller shops, I believe, can get even more out of it in terms of bang for their buck, because these are those valuable dollars at the end of the month that make a difference.
Fantastic. Now, do insurance companies actually pay these invoices?
They absolutely do pay these invoices. What we've found is that insurance companies are not only more familiar with our invoices, but prefer them in many cases.
Excellent. And since you're talking about some of our competitors, how does our invoicing platform compare to, say, some of the others in the field?
Far and away exceeds them. The reason it's so much better is that, one, we are only billing for not included items. No frivolous items are involved, and the formatting of our invoice is such that it is a legal invoice. It works.
That sounds amazing. Thank you so much, Greg. Appreciate your time. Hey, listen, guys, tune in next week where we are going to have a special guest on. It's going to be a guy who can shoot a bow and arrow underwater while riding a horse. Can't wait to check that out,
I thought
guys.
Paul was talking about safety inspections next week.
Maybe. Okay. Well, I guess, Paul, you're up.
Thanks, guys. So one of the things that's really become very important in the last couple of years with the vehicles getting more and more complicated is safety inspections. We've got to make sure that we're putting cars back on the road just as safe as they were when they came in. And a good place to start is having your customer bring their owner's manual into you when you're writing their sheet. This is going to get them to become an advocate for you for getting paid for these inspections. With the insurance company, they're going to be talking to their agent, hey, I want to make sure the safety inspections are done. Seat belts, Subarus, we're having to take out steering columns and measure them. There's been several shops that have been bitten by this because it's a liability and it's always going to fall on the shop. So make sure we're doing our safety inspections and let's make sure we're getting paid for them. That's all we got this month. Looking forward to seeing you next month. Thanks.